Okay, we're on lanes 23, 24. I got the computer in a tough spot tonight. Card game there. On the other one over on that side, card game there. It's a world of card games for me. But doing the best I can. Going into this seventh frame, first game. Split, miss. Double, 7-pin spare, 10-pin spare, strike. There seems to be a little bit, quite a little bit more oil on the lanes tonight than last week. I'm still using the thing. I'm still rolling it. So it's a little interesting night because with the lanes being a little different, I think some different bowlers are going to bowl good, and some other bowlers that were bowling good are going to bowl bad. And that's usually the way it is when the shot changes a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so what this has done is forced me farther right, but when I go farther right, I get, if I make an errant shot like that, I get into the dry earlier, and then it just...
Chris, I didn't even realize you had that on. I've been like,
I just put it on.
Okay, I'm gonna say I've been standing in front of it.
Well, that's what you do. Anyway, so I forgot what I was saying because I'm so old and distracted. It's great. But anyway, I have to be closer to the dry, right? Get right into that dry spot. I mean, outside of 7-6 area, it's still dry. So I think I've got to get back left into the oil more and throw it slower. That's going to give me more mistake room because I'm really tired today and I am making mistakes. So let's see.
Accidentally put a sports shot out.
Okay, so that was different. I combined what I call my slow shot with the roll. And I tightened it a board or two, and it stayed there. So we shall try that again. Okay. I missed right and it overhooked again, but I really was on that lane. I think that lane hooks more, so I want to move my feet left on that lane anyway. So that's just confirmed my opinion.
It's like a 6-10 split.
Could everyone please look down at your lucky ticket? The winning numbers are 3622. 3622.
All right, 204. Moved left on that lane too, and I sprayed the first ball way wide, and it came back and struck. So I guess my feet are pretty much in the right spot to create area. A nice stick on the spare shot. Now here's the thing. Can we talk? I got my speed down for the extra oil out there, and now I'm suspecting that they're actually starting to hook more in the heads. So I think maybe, perhaps, it's time to pick my speed back up, which is just really stupid. It's like I'm in a backwards world, but that's what I think. Alright, so on the first shot, I went back to throwing it harder again, and it's just that little extra oil down lane. I'm close. Second shot was a tire distractor shot. Leg's not under me correctly, and that's when I started missing 10 pins more often than anything else. Alright, now did you see what I tried to do there? Da, 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 ba, ba, ba. 30 seconds are over. I went to one of my spinners. I just feel like I gotta have more, whatever angle I'm playing, I gotta have more float through the front and more tilt on the back, which equals throwing a spinner. So I'm gonna adjust off of that shot on the other lane and throw a spinner again. Okay. 1 second, I'll be with you. So the first game, the Eliminator Cup was 214. Last week, if I'm not mistaken, it was 234. Fun fact number 2. Last week, I happened to shoot a 269. It lost the pot to 300. The first game here, we had a tie. 259, 259. I just get in the wrong time, don't I?
It ain't just me.
So there I didn't learn much because I missed my mark way to the right, and I do that a lot more with this when I'm throwing a spinner and this wrist brace off. So my next move is take the wrist brace off and throw my spinner.
Take that one for
Alright, back to the little spinner. Too tired to bowl right tonight. I missed to the right that time, but here's the thing about that. I didn't move off of the last shot on the other lane because I thought, well, I'm a little light on the other lane. Maybe I might come up high flush on this lane. No, I didn't. So let me move left off of that shot. I'm just going to throw my little spinner for the rest of the night. I don't care. Just caught in no man's land right now.
You might as well. I would have asked you. Don't give it to me. Give me the I have his phone number. I don't have his phone number. See if you can get a reply for Thursday. I just have his house number. I don't have his phone number.
Yeah, that's just about the same shot I threw on the other lane. I left 3/4 of the big four, so move left on 23. Try to just throw the ball nice and easy like that. There it is. One with my feet left, and just one with my target left because I'm hitting more oil, at least for now. And that's it. Yeah, you know, I go through this stuff all the time where one week something works spectacularly. I return the next week and I can't get out of my own way doing that. And it just, and then I talk about it. I pontificate mostly to myself, not to anybody else. Talk to myself, try to have a good attitude, And then it goes around in a circle. It's like 360-degree Ferris wheel. Back to the little spinner that tried. and then it just simplifies the game. I don't have to think that much. I just move off of what I'm doing, and I guess as I get into my closer and closer to retirement years in bowling, I should just maybe I should do what I said I was going to do. Just continue throwing the ball. What's the threes? You don't have enough of them. You need more of them. You need like 5 of them. Threes, darn threes. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, just throw my little spinner until I can't average 200 anymore on a house shot, and then go out to pasture. Just put me out to pasture like Secretariat. Alright, so even on that, I mean, that's how I bowl. I hit the pocket. I'm not going to carry a wide pocket all the time because when I bowl like this, I don't throw a strong strike ball. I don't. I throw a little control shot and try to hit the pocket, make my spares. And that's how I describe my game many, many times. That's why I used to call a shot. Well, I still do, I guess, like the barometer shot. He wanted a heart. It was a club. That's not fair. No, they cheat. They stack the deck and then they should be drawing red cards and then blue cards over here just teasing you with their blueness. See, the blue card, it would have been another club. He looked. All right. Anyway, I used to describe my game: strike, strike, 10 pin, spare, strike, strike, 7 pin, 4 pin, strike, strike, errant shot, 2-5, 2-5, 2-4-5, strike, strike, 220. 220, 220, 220, 220. When I had a bad week years ago, 600. When I had a good week, 705. And it's back to 660, 660, 640, 690. Bad week, 620. Good week, 720. I guess that should be good enough. I always try to improve though, but you did something fairly consistently for 15, 20 years, I get 30 years. Maybe you should just leave it alone. I never know for sure. All right, almost time to go in the 10th frame. I can strike out for 194. Woohoo! But going back to what I was just saying, even though it's about 10 minutes later because we're bowling really slow right now, for you, it seems like I just won't shut up. Good for you. Turn it off and go to bed. Oh, 10. I estimate that if I just do what I do best, just stop fooling around. In this house, I'm supposed to be, in this league, the way the lanes change and the way things are, I would say I feel like around 222 would be about right. 220, anywhere at 221, 222, 223. Right now I'm 218 because I fool around too much. So let's see how the year goes on out from here and if I stop fooling around. Yeah, so it's a 183. Again, did what I do in the 10th frame. I'm going to leave weak 10s. I'm not going to carry all the time. As long as I can make the spares, I'm okay. So tonight I'm having a hard time even with spares because I'm really, really tired. But let's see how I bowl the last game. I'm predicting 220, 222, whatever. Let's see. See, it's all about the carry because I'm hitting the pocket now.
You need the ball change. Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go again. I hit the pocket. It was a little bit weak. I was a little into the oil, but that time I got a break. So that's about my shot. Now there you go. Got my feet in the right spot on that lane. I missed board right, maybe half a board to a board right, and turned up and went straight to the pocket. Didn't do anything crazy. No. I guess here's what my strategy should be, and it depending, of course, on the house I bowl in, and you know, like sometimes typical house shots. Let's say I can't put the label typical house. Now, this is 3 years ago, 4 years ago, so don't quote me now. But like 4 years ago, typical house shot did not equal typical house shot at Kingpin. So, but you know, let's just pretend we went to Cross Keys next year. Let's pretend for a minute. All right, their house. We went in there and watched. Their shot is similar to this. The carry looked a little bit different. But my strategy, I believe, for being if I wanted to be really consistent, is throw the ball like I am now. Variations in the spinner. Pick up a new ball every 1 to 2 years. This one here is like 3 years old. It's getting outdated already. And drill it conventional. And I think that's part of the little bit of problem this year. Is I probably should have an updated bowling ball, believe it or not. And you know, plus, I mean, this one's really tracked out and everything now. So you know, I need to spend some money. I need to get some good transportation somewhere, like Pavlenko's or Schuler. You know, at Schuler drilled this, and I'm very happy with it. Go back there and get an updated bowling ball, but it's getting late this year to do that. Maybe before next season. But that's the strategy that I probably should. Well, if nothing else, that is really consistent shot making because I caved a 10 pin in again on the same lane. I'm not moving.
First opening tonight. My first opening tonight. How you doing? Very good. That's my first opening tonight. Oh, is it? All right. You know, it's from that last game, that's for sure. We won by 60 pins. You bought 180. Well, you shoot 219. Yeah.
Hey, that was me that time. That was me. I came out off my hand funny, and I missed to the right again. But I may end up moving a half board left on that lane, because that may be a signal to move. And I was coming up really high, pretty high flush on that lane before, so I don't think that's going to hurt me to move a half a board.
Alright. That's your age? That's your age.
I carry everything. Alright. The batteries, it's going to be close whether I make it to the end tonight or not. Pretty close. It's taking a while up there. Let's go. Solid 10, not your fault. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, it's like when I throw the ball in other ways, like I did last week, the potential, like I said, I've always said this, the potential is for high or for low. High,
Looks
low.
like sunshine from here.
When I throw the ball this way, my little spinner, I'm more consistent. It's like I could bang out the 660s. Again, that was my, I moved my feet half a board left like I said I was going to. But then I end up, for whatever reason, walking farther right or less far left than I usually do. And plus, watching that shot, I do think that lane is starting to break down more. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move over to where I am on the other lane. Make them both the same right now. But just no break, no good shot, and no break on that. That was a good shot. Right back to half pocket where I was before in that lane. And this time it just didn't carry, but eventually I was going to leave a half 10 on that Yeah, that was it. I moved to where I am on the other lane, and 10 in a bit. Now, all of a sudden, checking the battery. The battery's going to go very soon. All of a sudden, I feel like, hey, to myself, we have a guest. We have a guest appearance. Said he'd never come back to this house ever again. No, he didn't say that. How are you? There you go. I'm good. I'm only crappy tonight. I'm so tired tonight. So, anyway, I finally, after having that lane tighter all night, I believe it hooks more now. All of a sudden, just weird characteristic of lanes. Yeah, that's a funny thing. That lane went from hooking more to all of a sudden being tighter, and it's not because that lane's changing. It's because my sense of direction is terrible. The right lane, it's because the right lane is changing. The right lane's hooking more and more and more. That lane's staying about the same. All right, see if I have one more frame left me within this battery, because I think I might not. If I don't, I could strike out for 230 something, 236 I think, which would be over. I will be hitting the over, or I can just hit the barely over with a strike spare or a spare. I don't know, whatever it is.
All right, now I got Queen 10. I'm gonna get an ace. I mean, I'm still ahead of them.
All right, the battery's done. 225. Just right on spot from what I said. All right, we'll be back next week. Bye.